Here's a condensed, high-impact version, around 5,000 characters, built with a strong hook and a satisfying ending. All in this one response: the locked door. The call came at 2 a.m, and the second I heard my father's voice shaking on the line, I knew my whole world was about to break open. I am Meredith Callahan, a federal agent, and I never imagined the case that would consume me would start with my own family. My father, Walter, was calling from the Ridgeview police station. His voice trembled as he told me my brother's wife, Fiona, had accused him of attacking her with a baseball bat. My brother Dean, he said, just stood there and watched. He didn't say a word in his defense. My blood ran cold. I told him to stay silent, sign nothing, and wait. I grabbed my badge and drove into the night, my mind racing. A brother's silence isn't an accident. It's a choice. At the station, Fiona was putting on a show, sobbing and pointing to a faint mark on her shoulder, demanding my father be committed. The desk officer, Grant Wheeler, brushed me off until I laid my federal credentials on the counter. His whole attitude changed in an instant. As I helped my father stand, his legs gave out and his sleeve slid up. What I saw stopped my heart. Deep bruises circling his wrists. Restraint marks. I didn't take him home. I took him straight to the hospital. The doctor's report was brutal. Severe dehydration, an unstable heart rate, days without medication, and wrist injuries consistent with zip ties, 4 to 7 days old. This wasn't one bad night. This was a plan. My father grabbed my hand and whispered that they'd locked him in a room, that they tried to force him to sign papers he couldn't even read. That whisper changed everything for me. The next day, I let myself into the house with his key. The air felt dead. In the master bedroom, I found a brand new deadbolt installed on the outside of the door. Not to keep people out, to keep him in. Dean showed up, furious, demanding to know why I was there. I ignored him and kept searching. In the kitchen trash, I found shredded pieces of my father's 20-year-old will, cut right through the signature line. Underneath it, a forged power of attorney with a shaky, fake signature, and a notary seal that had expired 3 years earlier. This wasn't a family fight. It was a slow, calculated theft. I brought everything to our forensic analyst, Naomi. She confirmed the notary was fraudulent, which gave us grounds to subpoena my father's bank records. We found $250,000 funneled through a shell company straight into online gambling accounts under Dean's name. Then we dug into Fiona's past. 3 aliases, 3 states, a pattern of marrying vulnerable, aging men, draining them, and vanishing. My father wasn't her first target. He was just the latest. Then came the final gut punch. The house was already listed for sale, less than 48 hours old, with another forged signature attached. They weren't just stealing his money. They were selling the roof over his head while he was still alive. I took everything to the district attorney. Within hours, we had a warrant. We raided Dean's office. He froze mid-keystroke, transferring property records when he saw my badge and the officers behind me. Fiona strutted out smiling, bragging that the house cameras had been broken for a week, that I'd never prove anything. She didn't know I wasn't after the cameras. I was after the router logs, the cloud backups she never thought to erase. That night, Naomi found it, a hidden security camera disguised as a picture frame, quietly uploading footage to the cloud the entire time. We pulled the video from the night of the attack. Timestamp, 2:18 a.m. My father sits at the table, terrified. Fiona walks in with the bat, but she doesn't hit him. She swings it into the counter, then turns and strikes herself in the shoulder, drops to the floor, and starts screaming. And there's Dean, leaning in the doorway, arms crossed, watching his wife stage an assault on his own father without saying a single word. At trial, the defense tried to spin it as a mental health crisis. Then the footage played. The courtroom went silent. The jury took less than 3 hours to convict on every count. Fiona got 18 years for elder abuse, forgery, and financial exploitation. Dean got 8 years as an accessory, plus full restitution, $250,000 he'll be paying back for the rest of his life. Officer Wheeler was suspended pending an internal investigation for nearly letting it all slide. Every forged document was voided. Every stolen dollar was returned. I made sure Dean was cut out of any inheritance forever. My father couldn't stand to live in that house another day, so we sold it and left Indianapolis behind for good. As we crossed the state line, I blocked every relative who had chosen my brother's lies over the truth. I don't regret it. My father is safe now. He's free. And for the first time in months, I watched him breathe easy in the passenger seat beside me, finally out of the house that almost became his prison.